Now that the new Turtle Beach Stealth 600 Gen 2 is out, I've decided to make a video and compare the 3 most popular gaming headphones in the market right now for under $100. On the left corner, coming in at 277 grams, the beautiful RGB illuminated SteelSeries Arctis 5. On the right corner, coming in at 350 grams, the good old trusty 5-year-old HyperX Cloud 2. In the middle, coming in at 453 grams, the new, the wireless, the next gen console ready, the Turtle Beach Stealth 600 Gen 2 headphones. Let this Royal Rumble begin. Hey everyone, this is Or from Wicked Cushions with another video for you. And today we're going to talk about the 3 most popular gaming headsets under $100, and we're going to be deciding which one is the best out of these 3. Just a small disclaimer, I'm just an average guy that has a bunch of headphones. In this review and in this comparison, I am not an audiophile and I'm not going to go in depth. I am going to give you a general opinion of what I think about the sounds of each of these headsets, and I'm going to be comparing the sound, the mic sound, the looks, the comfort, and the functionality of these headsets. So, which one do you think is going to win this battle? Drop a comment in the comment section below right now and let me know what you think. By the way, you're probably asking yourself, why are these headphones looking a little bit different than how they originally look? This is because we fitted them with our custom ear pads that we make at Wicked Cushions. When I'm going to talk about the comfort, I am going to talk about the out-of-the-box comfort with the original cushions of each. And I'm also going to give you my point of view of how comfortable they can get once you adapt our ear pads to them. At the end of this video, I am going to give you a coupon if you want to try one of our ear pads. So if you want to skip to it right now, you can. Links to purchasing all of these headphones and our ear pads can be found in the description below. Now let's get on and start with the first headset, which is going to be the Arctis 5. All right, let's start with the SteelSeries Arctis 5. I'm going to jump right into my most important feature about a headset when it comes to gaming, and it is comfort. So as I said, when talking about comfort, I am going to address the out-of-the-box comfort and with our ear pads comfort. So for the out-of-the-box ear pads that you get with the SteelSeries Arctis 5, they call it the Airweave ear pads by SteelSeries. Now, let me tell you something. From all of these headsets that we're gonna talk about today, or any other headset that I've ever tried in my life, these ear pads are the closest to perfect as stock that I have ever encountered. It's not going to be comfortable for everyone. Some people are gonna have bigger ears, some people have smaller ears, different head shapes. But for me, these were near perfect. Obviously, because I make my own cushions, I use my own cushions, but if I didn't, I would have no problem with these. As for the way that they sit on your head, SteelSeries likes to use their ski mask headbed adjuster that nobody actually uses besides SteelSeries. And when I first seen it, I really thought it was gonna be a flop. As soon as I put these on, I gotta tell you, this is probably the most comfortable fit that you will ever encounter with a pair of headphones. The swivel that they have on the ear cups is truly amazing. In terms of how they sit and how did they adjust to your head shape is just amazing. Like, you feel an even amount of pressure all across your head. There's no gaps where you'll feel some air coming in. There's a perfect seal. There's no pressure on your head. The clamping force is just perfect. It's literally one of the most comfortable headphones that I have ever tried straight out of the box. Okay, now let's move on to the next aspect, which is functionality. The Arctis 5 are really easy to set up straight out of the box. And out of all the 3 headphones that we're gonna be talking about today, they have the most room to play with in terms of customizing the LED that they have and the sound with an EQ software that's called the SteelSeries Engine 3. The one that I have here is for PC, Mac, and PS4, which is pretty easy to just set up and start playing. It won't take you more than 5 minutes. It is worth mentioning, these come with DTS 7.1 surround sound, but it only works on PC and Mac. It won't work on your PS4 or Xbox. The 7.1 surround sound that comes with usually the cheaper headphones, the $100 headphones, is more of a software gimmick. It doesn't really make the sound surround you as it's supposed to be. It just makes it a little bit louder, a little bit clearer. And some people actually don't like to play with these. They like to play it without the 7.1 since they can hear directional steps much better without it. What I really love about the headset is the fact that the mic is flushed all the way inside the headset. Another cool feature is when the mic is on, you have a mute button right here, and when it's muted, it will turn on red and you will know that it's muted. About the actual mic sound, I had to get a little bit closer for you to hear me with the mic, But SteelSeries has some really audacious goals, which they call the best mic in gaming. Now, right now I'm talking to you through the best mic in gaming, which in my opinion is nowhere close to being the best mic in gaming. The big problem that I have with this one is that it sounds like my nose is stuffed 24/7. One thing you should know, this mic picks up everything. So whenever you're going to mess around with the mic and move it like this, please mute it so no one will suffer. Okay, now after I blew my nose, let's talk about the actual sound of the headset. The game that I usually use headphones the most is for shooter games like Call of Duty, PUBG, and stuff like that. So what I really need out of this headset is good directional sound and just good overall sound. So I gotta tell you, the sound on the Arctis 5 is pretty damn great. If you plan on listening to music with them while using your PC, I would recommend using the DTS 7.1 surround sound. It does actually make music sound better. But when it comes to actual gaming, I would turn it off. When I tried a 7.1 surround sound, it was a little bit harder for me to pick up directional sounds from shooting sounds and steps. But when I turned it off, it picks it up immediately and you can literally hear wherever anyone is coming from. Let's move to an aspect that might not be as important for you as it is to me, but let's talk about the looks. If you like your gaming tech to look nice and appealing, then this section might be for you. The Arctis 5, hands down, out of the box or modified with some of our ear pads, is the most beautiful gaming headset that I have ever seen. The other two headphones in this video really look like gaming headsets. However, if this Arctis 5 would have Bluetooth connectivity to my phone, I would really not mind walking around with it like I do with my Bose 700. And they really do look that good as the visuals that I'm showing you right now. For under $100, these headphones are really great. But are they the best? Let's move on to the HyperX Cloud 2. The great HyperX Cloud 2. It's been quite a while since they came out in 2015. Let's start right off the bat with the most important feature for me in a headphone, and that is the comfort. Straight out of the box is the first thing that I will start with. And honestly, the ear pads that come with the HyperX Cloud 2 are pretty good. It's not uncomfortable, but it's not an Arctis 5 level of comfort. They have a lot of room for your ears. Unlike the other ones, they even have a little bit more room for your ears than the Arctis 5, but they're not thick enough and they're not comfortable enough. Not only that, but the HyperX Cloud are a little bit limited when it comes to comfort. The ear cups have absolutely no swivel. The way that you see this right now is by me literally stretching it out. Compared to the Arctis 5 would have almost 180 degrees of swivel. These, even with our ear pads, when you put them on, you are going to have, in my situation right now, I feel all of the pressure right here, and there's literally nothing right here. Like there's a whole gap where I can just put my finger inside. And you will feel that also with the original ear pads and with any other custom ear pads that you will have. And this is all because it has no swivel. One more issue with the original ear pad is because they're so thin, you might feel the plastic parts inside the ear cup. So that might be a problem after a while. One thing I do like about the comfort in these is that out of all three that we're talking about today, the adjustment is by far the smoothest. Like the Turtle Beach ones, to adjust the ear cup is just a pain. The Arctis 5, while I said that I really like the ski mask headband, it does take you a little bit more time to adjust it because you have to release the Velcro and then put the Velcro on. These are just smooth and straight to the point. The one solution that you have for the comfort with the HyperX Cloud is obviously getting custom ear pads, whether from us or from anyone else that sells it, but it is still going to be limited in terms of comfort. So now let's move on and talk about functionality. So the HyperX Cloud 2 are pretty easy to set up. You do have a sound card which connects to the 3.5mm cable that you have connected to the headphones. Now you don't have to use it. I personally no longer use it. I just use the HyperX Cloud 3.5 straight into my controller when I use it on the PS4. There's no software. Unlike the SteelSeries Engine 3, you absolutely cannot change anything about the settings in this. The only software that exists for it is just for firmware updates. Besides that, pretty much stuck with as it comes out of the box. 7.1 with the sound card. It's pretty gimmicky. There's no point of using it. It doesn't make anything and it doesn't make your hearing better. It doesn't give you better directional sounds. You won't hear steps better. It just makes it a little bit louder, but it doesn't make it better. Let's talk about how the mic sounds. Right now, you're hearing me talk through the mic of the HyperX Cloud 2, which in my opinion, out of all three, is hands down the best mic. The sound is the clearest and the most natural of them all. It's not as nasally as the Arctis 5, and it's a little bit clearer than the Stealth 600 Gen 2. Now, I don't know if that is scientifically true, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I have a feeling, and I don't know why, that this little mesh ball is the reason that the sound is so clear. And for some reason, other brands no longer use this mesh ball anymore. Also, the positioning of the mic is just great. It's very flexible, and you'll see right now in the Turtle Beach Stealth, which I don't really like the positioning on this one. So overall, out of all three, this is by far the best mic. The sound on the HyperX Cloud 2 is not that far compared to the other two headphones that are in this video today. Considering the fact that these were made 4 years before the Arctis 5 2019 edition and 5 years before the Turtle Beach Stealth 600 Gen 2. But you can definitely feel that the sound on this one is inferior to the other two. Now don't get me wrong, the sound is not bad until you try other headsets. If this is the only headset that you got, it would really do the job well. It picks up directional sounds, you can hear steps from everywhere. It really works well, the overall volume is good, and it's very clear. But once you get on to try the Arctis 5, and soon I'll talk about the Stealth 600, you really feel the difference, and you can see the 5 years apart in technology. Let's finish off this segment by talking about the looks on the HyperX Cloud 2. I personally think that the HyperX Cloud 2 look really good. The only downside that I can think of in the design is having a non-detachable cable. In 2020, having a non-detachable cable, it doesn't make sense anymore. It's quite sad, but again, these are 5 years old. In terms of the build, I really like the way they incorporated the signature HyperX red accents. The headband is actually very luxurious. I just overall like the way these look, but they're not the Arctis 5. Now, let's move on to the newest, the youngest of them all, the 1-month-old Turtle Beach Stealth 600 Gen 2 headphones. A gaming headset can sound so amazing, have a great software, such really good wireless connectivity, battery life, and everything that is involved, all at under $100. But if it's not comfortable, what did you really accomplish here? This is the story with the Turtle Beach Stealth 600 Gen 2 headphones. If you ever wanted to know how a torture device feels on your head, just get the Stealth 600 Gen 2. I have never seen something as uncomfortable as the stock ear pads on the Stealth 600 Gen 2. And I've been objective with the HyperX and the Arctis 5, but these, I cannot be quiet about this. For me personally, there is quite a bit of clamping force with this headset. And when you have strong clamping force, your ear pads have to be top notch. Otherwise, this is going to hurt after 30 or 40 minutes. The original ones that come out of the box, not only that they're shaped weird, I mean, whose ears even look like that? Their opening is the smallest I have ever seen. Now I know that on the Stealth 700 Gen 2, this is not the case. It looks like this year they put all of their attention on the Stealth 700 Gen 2 because from what I see, the ear pads on them are really top notch. But these, oh man, they belong in the trash. Fortunately for me, I make gaming ear pads, and the gaming ear pads that we made for the Stealth Gen 1 fit the Stealth 600 Gen 2. And if I couldn't use these ear pads, the ones that I make, I would probably return this headset because it really is that uncomfortable with the original one. With this, it becomes pretty comfortable. Now, after I got all angry about their out-of-the-box comfort, let's see how good they do in functionality. So to start with, there is quite a big unfair advantage for the Stealth 600 Gen 2 over the other two that we reviewed today because they are wireless. Their wireless pairing is very simple, where there's a small USB dongle, you just connect your PS4 and it comes automatically paired to your Stealth 600 Gen 2. The range is very good. The battery life lasts for 15 hours. All of this for just $100, that's pretty damn good. As for software, there's absolutely none. All you have is the Turtle Beach Audio Hub. It's pretty much just a software that will give you updates, but the software has no adjustments, no EQ. There's nothing that you can basically change with these. You do have 4 preset modes that you can toggle between with the mode button right here. You can choose from bass boost, bass and treble boost, vocal boost, and signature sound. Now, bass boost is gonna be the one that's gonna really help you with games like Call of Duty and PUBG. You also have a thing called superhuman hearing, which is basically one tap on the power button once the headset is on, and I will talk more about this later when I get to the sound. As for the mic placement in this year's edition, they really did a good job compared to the first edition, the Gen 1, where the mic was on top of the actual headset. Right now, the mic is flush nicely. You still have the same 3 modes, which is off right now, mute, and on. And by the way, when it's on, you also have a little angle that you can put it in. What I don't like about this is that it still puts the mic a little bit away from your mouth, and it still doesn't have that little mesh ball. Where is the little mesh ball? Come on, give me a mesh ball. But how does the mic actually sound? This is how the mic sounds on the Stealth 600 Gen 2. Unfortunately, I could not talk straight to the camera in order to record this since there is no cable connecting option with this headset, but you can just see me doing nothing while I talk. The sound on the Stealth 600 Gen 2 mic is pretty good. Somehow, it is still not as good as the HyperX Cloud 2, but it is better than the Arctis 5, considering that this one is wireless. I feel like with a better position that will bring it closer to your mouth, and again, maybe adding that mesh ball, it could be a lot better. But again, it's pretty damn good as is. Alright, so now let's move on to the actual sound. When I first tested these, it was right after testing the HyperX Cloud 2 and the Arctis 5 for several hours. And when I put these on, man oh man, the sounds on these are so fucking aggressive. It is just straight into your face. And then I realized that I had superhuman hearing on. Oh man, it's overkill. It makes everything so loud. Everything is just so in your face. It feels so intense with superhuman hearing, but when you drop it, it's still really amazing. The sound on these, it took me like maybe 10 or 15 minutes to just adjust to the new sound, and it's addictive. It's just in your face. It comes to you. It's all really loud. You can hear steps from everywhere. You can hear shooting sounds from everywhere. It's really all you need if you're gonna play shooting games like Call of Duty. So when it comes to comparing these to all of the other 3 headphones that we talked about today, it's not really fair. These are by far the greatest sounding headset in the video today. And what's even greater about this is all done wirelessly. So to finish off this segment, let's move on and talk about the looks. All throughout the years, Turtle Beach design has always been very obnoxious to me. I don't like this bulky, gamey look. It's all made of plastic. They always made it of plastic, even with the Gen 1, which looked even worse. At least they changed the ridiculous headband. It used to be the same material of their original earpads. They're even uglier with the original earpads. Somehow our black camo does make it a little bit sexier, but still, it's nowhere close to the way I like headphones to look like. But the sound really does make up for it. And you don't really look at your headphones when you're playing. So now, after I finish talking about all 3, let's move on and pick the winner. Okay, so it's time to announce the winner, and the way that I'm going to do this, you'll right now see a table on the right side of the screen with all of the aspects that I have reviewed with each of these headsets. I am going to rank each one. Now, when it comes to comfort, we're going to break these into 2. There's gonna be out-of-the-box comfort, and it's gonna be with custom earpads comfort. So we'll start with the thing that is most important for me, which is comfort. For the first place of out-of-the-box comfort is going to be, you guessed it, the Arctis 5. I'm going to give these an 8 with an out-of-the-box comfort. Shamelessly, I'm going to give it a perfect 10 with our earpads. Second place gets the HyperX Cloud with an out-of-the-box comfort of 6.5 and an 8 with custom earpads. The Stealth 600 Gen 2 receives a miserable 4 out-of-the-box comfort and a 9 custom earpad comfort, shamelessly because of Wicked cushions. Now let's move on to the mic sound. For the first place, the HyperX Cloud receive an 8. For the second place, I'm gonna give it to the Turtle Beach Stealth 600 Gen 2. They receive 7.5. The reason they're not that far from the HyperX Cloud 2 is because this is wireless. It's really hard to get such a clear sound with a wireless mic. For the last place, unfortunately, with a score of 5.5, the Arctis 5 and their nasally best mic in gaming microphone. In terms of functionality, I'm gonna give the first place to the Stealth 600 Gen 2. They're gonna receive an 8.5 score, which is pretty high. They do not have any software, no adjustable capabilities, cannot really have an EQ. You only have the preset modes. so this is why it's not getting a perfect score. Second place gets the Arctis 5, since they are by far the most customizable ones out of all three, they receive a 7. The third place goes to the Cloud 2, just because they're plain old boring, they have no software, they have nothing to adjust, and they receive a score of a 5. So now, in terms of sound, who is the real winner? You gotta keep in mind that this score is for a $100 price point. So for the first place with a 9.5 rating, I'm gonna give it to the Stealth 600 Gen 2. As I said, this sound, specifically for me, is absolutely addictive. Second place with a score of 7.5, the Arctis 5, with still a much more subtle yet amazing sound. Third place with a score of 5.5 goes to the HyperX Cloud 2. And last but not least, the looks with first place and a score of 9 with its amazing customizable RGB lights and the sleek design that doesn't even look like a gaming headset. The Arctis 5 takes the first place. Second place goes to the HyperX Cloud 2. Third place goes to the tanky, bulky, 100% plastic made Stealth 600 Gen 2. This is why you're getting a 6. So right now you can see the averages of all of these. Now in first sight, you might think that this is the winner, but as I said, I weigh the sound and the comfort a little bit more. And obviously it's not going to be a $100 headset if you buy these and you need to replace the ear pads. But when you do replace the ear pads, these become truly, truly amazing. So the answer to who the real winner is, it's a little bit complicated. But one thing I do know, the real true loser is the HyperX Cloud 2. It's been 5 years. I think it's a shame to still sell it at $100 with all of the variety that's out there this year. It's been 5 years, it had its time, and now I think it's time to go. So the winner comes to these two. And it really depends. Do you want an all-in-one headset, which you can move from your PC to your PlayStation to, let's say, a Nintendo Switch, which these work with, by the way? Or are you a gamer that only plays on console and wants the best for that console? In my situation, even though that this was rated higher, I only need a headset whenever I play Call of Duty, and I don't play on PC, I play on PS4. So my real winner, sorry Arctis, is the Stealth 600 Gen 2. Comfort has been a major part in today's discussion. And as I've said in the beginning of the video, I will give you a coupon if you want to try one of our gaming earpads, which fit all of the models that I talked about today and a lot more gaming headphone models. If you want to try one of our gaming earpads, simply click the link at the top right corner right now and go grab your coupon. And please let me know what you think of them. And that is it for today's video, everyone. It's been a long one. If you feel the same way as I do, please drop a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about this video. If you like this video, please click the like button right now and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this every month. And I will see you on the next video.